This is Andy Purewell for Boxing News. I'm joined by Michael Ridout here in Manchester. Michael, it's good to meet you, good to speak to you for the first time. How are you?
Very good, thank you. I'm excited. What a day, what a great announcement. Bring on April 5th.
Before we come on to April 5th, obviously the team up with Queensbury Promotions. Talk to me about how long this has been going on in the background and how confident you were of securing their services.
Well, look, we have made a big play of being the home of boxing. So it's the natural next step was to add Queensbury to the family. You know, an amazing stable of promoters with Matchroom, with Golden Boy, with Misfits, and a whole host of other things. We want to deliver 150 boxing nights a year, and this just makes sure that those events get deeper and deeper. So it's great for boxing fans. It's also great for our subscribers, and obviously brilliant for Dazn.
Obviously, given the Ridout season events as well, has that helped somewhat of a transition period almost, because you've been able to work with those guys and get an understanding as to how everything could move moving forwards?
Yeah, look, this is very separate to that, but there are elements of that have been helpful, particularly from production. A lot of our production guys have been dealing with the Queensbury team over the last year, so that's definitely helped. Me personally, I've worked with Queensbury for a number of years in my previous role, which is also great. So I think, look, lots of synergies across the business, and hopefully that will make for a smooth transition.
Obviously, they've announced 3 events just to start off with. We've got a packed heavyweight night here in Manchester on the horizon. Whyte-Joyce, Dillian Whyte, 2 names that everybody know in the British scene in the heavyweight division. What are you expecting from this card and that main event?
Well, look, I think Frank really over the last few years has made a play to be the home of the heavyweights, and this card just underlines that. And we wanted to come out with a bang, and I think we've done that. This fight is stacked. Great undercard to be announced as well. But these 3 fights are really, really exciting. Great narratives between all of them. You know, brilliant names, and just a lot of intrigue, and I think the build-up will be a lot of fun. You've seen some of it today, obviously, at the press conference, and I think there'll be a lot more to come, and I think by the time April 5th comes around, it's going to do some good numbers.
Given obviously the amount of heavyweight action we've seen, especially over the last 2 years, how important was it for you guys to kind of continue to build on that and try to move that into the future and continue to develop those types of events and shows?
Yeah, well, particularly in the UK, heavyweight boxing is probably the pinnacle of the sport. And as I say, Frank has developed an amazing heavyweight stable over the last few years. So it was a natural start with us and Queensbury to deliver some really good, really big, really strong and competitive heavyweight fights. And I think that's what we've done.
So away from this card, you've got Lee Wood and Anthony Cacace announced. The last time we saw a big Nottingham fight between Lee and then another Irishman, it was Michael Condon, and that delivered a Fight of the Year contender. Does Lee Wood and Anthony Cacace live up to that?
I think so. You know, Anthony has gone through an amazing kind of almost resurgence in his career. Last year has been filled with some amazing performances, and Lee always seems to deliver, and Nottingham is going to be packed out. And that's the great thing about a lot of these fights, actually. You've seen here in Manchester this past weekend what a great crowd Queensbury did. You're going to see a brilliant crowd here on April 5th. You're going to see a packed out Nottingham, and you're going to see a full Glasgow as well. So, we're going to start with 3 amazing looking shows with 3 brilliant cards.
So now you've secured the services of Queensbury, you're working with Matchroom. Some fans will want to know if there's going to be any issues in terms of price increases. Is that something which is going to come into play at any point?
Look, it's not on the horizon, that's all I can tell you. It's absolutely not on our plans to increase the price. In fact, you've just seen some brilliant offers the last couple of weeks actually from Dazn, and I'm sure you'll see some good offers in the future. This is about delivering value. That's the thing that we can really, really control, is delivering great value to our subscribers, and this edition just underlines that.
That's squeeze one more out of you, Michael. Boxer have a couple of fighters on this card, and we know that their deal with Sky Sports is soon to be running out. Don't know what their current state of play is, but interest if they were to come to you, present maybe some talks and some opportunities to work together as well?
Look, I think there's a little bit of a coincidence that there are 2 boxer cards on this show. Great fights, by the way. Really excited to see those. But we'll see what happens. Sky have a contract with Boxer, and until that changes, that'll be the case.
Michael, I appreciate your time. Thanks for speaking to me. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Great. Good to see you, Andy.